Hey, how's it going, guys? Political Spatula here, giving you the news no matter how bad it hurts. And we're watching another video from the guy who doesn't understand how the Save America Act works, even though it is a very simple bill. So, today he thinks that Donald Trump gets manipulated. Not sure why he thinks that, and I'll actually dig into why. I think it takes an adult mindset to understand what's happening, and Brian Tyler Cohen does not have it.
If it wasn't already clear that every other world leader knows exactly how to manipulate Donald Trump, this should put any doubts to rest.
Mr. President, it's an honor having you. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Thank you
I've
very
been looking
much.
forward to this visit for a long time.
Thank you very much.
Meeting such a great president like yourself.
That's a very nice thing. See, he knows how to get to me. He can have anything. Now he can have anything. Would you?
So Donald Trump cracked a joke there. I don't know. He's not allowed to crack jokes in his free time, but Brian Tyler Cohen's allowed to crack jokes. I'm not exactly sure why Brian Tyler Cohen hates that so much, and he's got to complain about that at first. And the Lebanese president, this is the first time he was at the White House in 20 years, and he was there to get U.S. support for Israeli troops withdrawing from Lebanon. Okay? That's something Brian Tyler Cohen should support, but he has to twist the news in such a way so you don't support Donald Trump, even though he's doing something that Brian Tyler Cohen would typically support. I don't think Brian Tyler actually supports anything but his own interest and Democratic interest.
At the White House today, where the foreign leader put on a clinic in how to get what he wants from Trump. And let's be clear, it's not difficult. All you have to do is be willing to compliment Donald Trump, or better yet, give him gold trinkets, or even better, be willing to siphon a few $1 million into his crypto wallet, and then he will gladly be your friend. Which explains this post.
And what he just described as bribery, something Donald Trump hasn't done. This guy's a clown drumming up Donald Trump hate. That's clearly what this is. Nothing more. There is no fact or news behind most of the things he's saying. As far as I can tell, and as far as my research can tell, that is what's happening. He just hates Donald Trump and he can't get over it.
After meeting with the president of Lebanon, Joseph Aoun, who has done a remarkable job working to transform his country, I'm hereby directing the administration to allow all U.S. airline carriers to fly directly to Lebanon so that Americans can easily visit this beautiful land. Hopefully other countries will do the same. Enjoy President Donald J. Trump. What do you know? A foreign leader sucks up to Trump, and Trump does something nice for them.
It's almost like Donald Trump is ending the war in the area so more tourists can go visit the country. That is a good thing, and there's no way that Brian Tyler Cohen can twist it into being a negative thing, so he won't tell you any of the facts. He'll just crap on it with his dumb jokes. That is what's happening. This is Propaganda Watch with Political Spatula. Thanks for tuning in. If you're still here, like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let's continue.
Other world leaders aren't dumb. They know how to manipulate him because he makes it really easy.
If he would make it super easy for him to be manipulated, Russia, China, Iran, Cuba, Venezuela, and North Korea all would have got what they wanted out of their deals, wouldn't they? And we wouldn't be at war with Iran if they would have just buttered up to Donald Trump and gave him what he wants. Cuba would have done the exact same, just buttered up to him, and they would have got everything they wanted, wouldn't they, Brian Tyler Cohen? Your argument is extremely flimsy, and it breaks under the tiniest amount of weight or factual data, my friend.
He was the leader of one African nation.
Brought peace back in the SEAC region. That is my region, the region where DRC and Rwanda signed a deal. And so he is now bringing peace back into a region where that was never possible. So I believe that he does.
So Brian Tyler Cohen's going to throw a fit because Donald Trump's getting a Nobel Peace Prize for ending a war against the DRC and Rwanda, one that's been going on for decades. Are you freaking kidding me? He's going to whine around about the wars Donald Trump is starting and whine around about the ones he's stopping. This guy has no stance. His foundation is still wet concrete. He can't even stand right now. This is a joke. His own ideas contradict himself all the time. That is how you know what you should be looking for in propaganda or news commentators or leaders in general is consistency. Brian Tyler Cohen has none.
And here's Bibi Netanyahu.
I present to you, Mr. President, the letter I sent to the Nobel Prize Committee. It's nominating you for the Peace Prize, which is well deserved, and you should get it.
Thank you very much. This I didn't know.
Because Donald Trump is destroying evil and going after terrorists and enemies of the United States, Brian Tyler Cohen's going to sit here and whine around. Are you kidding? He's not sitting here watching democracy for anyone that actually loves democracy. He's sitting here supporting the socialist and communist and enemies of the United States. That's why he's whining around. That is his stance. Not that he actually cares about democracy. I think it's important that people notice that his ideals don't actually match up when you look a couple months back. It's a scary thing to see that he is flexible and malleable.
Filleting him for stuff as insignificant as a Nobel Peace Prize. What about the rampant corruption?
What about the rampant corruption? What about the fact that you want to make Washington, D.C. a state so it's always blue? What about the fact you want a court pack? What about the fact that you wrote a manifesto for the Democrats on effectively how to steal elections? Why don't we talk about the fact that you lie about what the Save America Act is and what it does? Let's talk about the fact that Donald Trump is freeing people from the Iranian regime, the Cuba dictatorship that's been starving its people, or all the terrorists in the Middle East, or the drug cartels that were coming up from Venezuela and sex trafficking humans into the United States. Why don't we talk about that? Of course, he doesn't want to because that's not in his interest to talk about that. It's so sad when you put him under a microscope. It's really sad. Keep running back and forth between your ideals like an idiot.
This entire presidency is so steeped in corruption that it's almost impossible to quantify it. But this is the reality of the Trump era.
This is the reality of the Trump era, huh? Let's talk about the reality of the Democrats. Let's talk about the reality of them stealing money from the United States taxpayers. Let's talk about them stealing money from homeless people in California. Let's talk about them stealing money from hungry children in Minnesota. Brian, they have stole billions of dollars in taxpayer money, and you don't care. You have no loyalties.
I almost don't know which is worse, the corruption that we're seeing or the cowardice when it comes to calling it out. And frankly, we already know that so long as Republicans run this government, nothing will change. The grift and the graft will continue unabated, and the groveling sycophants will continue to run cover for dear leader. Something to remember the next time any of these people pretend that corruption is something they despise.
He has just described himself perfectly. He runs cover to cover for the Democrats no matter what they do, even when it's against the interest of actual democracy, and he has made that clear. Thank you very much. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching this far, and have a good one.